Signing on for today's lesson. My picture is crooked. Hold on, let me scoot over. Okay, now I'm in the middle. Signing on for today's lesson. And the quote for today is: It's okay to ask for and accept help. You don't have to keep all of the bowling pins in the air by yourself. This is a lesson I learned a long time ago. Now, this wasn't an easy lesson for me, so I don't know if it's going to be an easy lesson for you or not. So, for those of you who know me, you probably know that I am an only child. And as an only child, I have what I refer to as only child syndrome. Only child syndrome, I made it up. So if anybody else is claiming it, they're not telling you the truth. It's a phrase that I made up, only child syndrome. And what only child syndrome is that you are used to doing things by yourself. So it's amazing how when you don't have siblings, you learn how to navigate and kind of move through life solo. And if I have anybody watching who's also an only child, you know exactly what I mean. You're used to having to just kind of take up the reins of whatever task presents itself and you get it done. But what that means is as you grow up, because you're so used to doing things by yourself, you don't often ask other people for help. So, this is a lesson I had to learn. It's okay to ask for and accept help. Now, when you think about bowling pins, and this is where, if you're of a certain age, you probably won't even be able to relate to this analogy. But the image is of an old school circus clown. And back in the day, circus clowns used to juggle, and they used to juggle bowling pins. And they would start out just juggling two pins, and then somebody would toss in a pin, and they juggle three pins, and then they keep tossing until they were juggling several bowling pins and keeping them all in the air. So, what happens to many of us, and it happened to me as an only child, I learned how to quote unquote juggle my bowling pins. And I'd be engaged or involved in having to get one thing done, and then something would happen and get thrown at me, and I'd catch it and I'd get that thing going on my second bowling pin, and then something else would enter the picture, and I'd keep that going, and that was my third bowling pin, and things would just keep coming at you and at me. And because of my only child syndrome, I would just keep doing things without asking anybody for help. So I had to learn that it's okay to ask other people for help and to accept help, because oftentimes people would offer me help and I would say, "Oh, no, that's okay. I got it. I don't need any help." Okay, that froze on me again for some reason. And of course, y'all know I'm not starting over. And so what I was saying was, people would offer me help and I would not accept their help. They would say, like, "Hey, can I help you with such and such?" And I'd say, "Oh, no, I got it. I don't need your help." And what I learned is that in denying people the opportunity to help me, number one, oftentimes I would find myself stressed trying to do all of this stuff that I didn't have to do because people offered to help me. Or I would find myself perhaps not performing at a level that I would like to perform because I was stretched out so thin in so many different areas. And so finally, I grew up to a place where I realized it's okay to ask for and accept help. I don't have to keep all of those bowling pins in the air by myself. And it's been my experience that when people offer to help, they really want to help. So let them. Helping for a lot of people is a way of them just blessing you and wanting to be there for you. And so when we don't allow other people to do that and be there for us, we're robbing them of an opportunity to bless us and an opportunity to be blessed themselves. And I can remember, of course, years ago when I was living in Tennessee for the first time, and my mom had been ill. And she had, I don't remember if it was some sort of procedure or what was going on, but could not be left alone. And during this time, we had another family member living in Nashville, and she had a car accident. And she called me that night when my mom could not be left alone. And I remember thinking, like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? I can't leave my mom alone. Yet this family member needed to be tended to. And I realized, like, there were people that could help me if I would just ask for it. And so I reached out and got in touch with another friend who also knew this family member, and she jumped at the opportunity. She's like, Dee, don't worry about it. I got it covered. Take care of mom. I'll go take care of this other situation, and I'll keep you posted. And immediately, the stress I was feeling, the pressure I was feeling to try to get it all done myself was gone. And I was able to tend to my mom. She tended to this other family member until the next day. And then we were able to get everything resolved. And so don't be so quick to either feel like you have to do it all by yourself and not feel as though you can ask people for help, because there are people around you who are more than willing to help you. They want to jump in, they want to be a blessing. So don't suffer from only child syndrome like I did for so many years, even if you're not an only child. Feel free to accept the help when people offer it, and feel free to ask for it when you need it, because it's okay to ask for and accept help. You don't have to keep all those bowling pins in the air by yourself. Learn from my lesson. Don't let it be a struggle when it doesn't have to be. Okay? That's our lesson for today. Hashtag words of wisdom, hashtag life lessons, hashtag listen and learn. Signing off.